A few years ago, I was scraping together a living DJing in small clubs, dreaming of stardom. I was HIV positive, and my boyfriend Mateo wasn't. But we talked openly about how to protect them, and we practiced safe sex, and I thought we were handling the situation pretty well.
You get something yesterday?
I keep some at work for my second dose. All right. Fine. I've been giving myself the weekends off.
Off?
Yeah.
Kind of like a vacation.
Sí.
Ah, claro. Of course.
I take my pills. I take them.
Uh-huh.
I'm just not gonna be that uptight about it.
So it's uptight to take your pills on the weekends?
I'm just saying. Like, I was muy estricto about my regimen for a really long time.
Yeah, and your health improved.
And now I'm letting myself lighten up a bit. Taking these pills makes me feel old. I just want to chill out and have fun. Not always be worrying about when my next dose is. Being stressed out isn't healthy either.
That's so true.
What, I'm supposed to leave perfectly good parties just because I left my pills at home?
Don't forget your pills at home. I just want you to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I am taking care of myself. But in truth, it wasn't only the weekends I was slacking off. My attitude was, hey, I'm on treatment. And even if I miss a pill here and there, I still feel healthy. The whole club scene, you know, there was always alcohol around. I was drinking more than my share. Mateo could tell that didn't help me stick to my med schedule. But he was trying to stay out of my face about it. Until one night, Mateo and I came home late after we've had too many drinks. Did we have sex last night?
Think so.
And did we use a condom?
I'm not sure.
You'll need to get tested. The last time I went to the doctor, my viral load was undetectable.
Oye, papi.
So you should be okay.
Yeah. What about today? How's your viral load today? You have no idea because you haven't been to the doctor in 9 months.
Not 9 months?
January. What am I supposed to think if this is such a low priority to you? Keeping up with your meds, seeing the doctor. If you won't do whatever you can to at least protect me, what's that say?
That's not fair. I love you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just upset at myself. I have a responsibility in this too.
And he was right. I'd missed my last 2 appointments. If I'd been working all night in a club and I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, chances are I'd decide to sleep in and skip it. I'd always intend to reschedule, but You're right, I've got to get back on track. I'll call my doctor today. I promise. That appointment was a wake-up call.
Your viral load is up over 50,000. This isn't good news. My concern is that your virus may have become resistant to the meds you're on. We'll need to run other tests. And your CD4 has dropped below 200. Technically, you have AIDS. So we're gonna need to put you on an additional medication to protect you from pneumocystis pneumonia. Are you familiar with PCP?
Yes.
You know it can be life-threatening.
Yes.
So I'm gonna need you to stay on top of this new medication, Javier. Your health has to be a priority.
And this is because I didn't keep up with my meds?
You heard it from me before, but coming in regularly for care so we can help prevent problems like this, or at least catch them early, this is the best way to stay healthy.
That was a turning point for me. Everything was different after that doctor's visit. I really changed my ways. We were so relieved when Mateo's HIV test came back negative. He was okay. But after that, I downloaded a reminder app to keep myself on schedule, even when I was working. I started leaving backup medications in different locations, so I always had some close by. I scheduled my doctor's appointments for the afternoons, which is a better time for me, and I stuck my doctor's appointment card on my bathroom mirror. All that raised my CD4 count up out of the 8 range, and I could stop taking my PCP meds. I was lucky to be with Mateo. He was a huge support through all of it. And he started taking PrEP for extra protection. We're still very much together.
This is your new medication. His name's Bill. He'll take some getting used to, but remember, when it gets tough, that you two are a team now.
Hi.
Who are you?
Your new best friend. First things first, I'm gonna need to know when you shave, shower, eat, and when you go to bed. We have to schedule your medication so you can work it into your daily routine.
I feel fine. I don't really need you.
I'm just trying to help.
Look, do me a favor and just stay out of my way.
You eat here often?
Why?
Maybe this is a good time to start your meds. Give your viral load the good old 1-2 punch.
Thanks.
Who's your new friend?
He's not my friend.
So, how's it going?
He's a little pushy.
What do you think, Bill?
I want what's best for my man over there.
You only have to deal with Bill once a day to get round-the-clock protection. What's the problem?
I don't need a babysitter. I don't feel sick, and the last thing I want is to let this disease change who I am or how I live.
This is your life we're talking about, James. With HIV medication and seeing me regularly, you can continue to live it on your own terms. The key to staying healthy is taking all your meds every day. Same time, same place. You think you can do that?
I just want to be left alone.
Equally in 7 piles. How many baskets are in each pile? But I don't get it.
What'd you say, 2? Okay. When I found out I was HIV positive, I didn't tell a soul. I honestly didn't think my family and friends would understand. So months went by and I hadn't done anything about it. I didn't realize how important it was to start taking medication as soon as possible. What's our answer?
24.
Good. I was overwhelmed by all of it, by how I would find the time to get treatment, by how much the pills would cost, by what people would think. I was also worried about the side effects of the medication, like how could I take care of my daughter and work at my job if I felt sick? Doing nothing about my HIV was a way of me putting it out of my mind.
My mind not doing what yours.
I'd always dreamt of going to school to become a chef, even though it seemed out of reach. But after my diagnosis, it just felt like there was no way that was gonna happen.
You want to take this one too?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Hi, Michelle.
Wait, give me a kiss before I go. So, my coworker is having a few friends over Saturday. Dinner party type thing. I'm leaving my kids with my sister. You should come. Have your mom babysit.
Michelle, she don't need that.
Keisha, you need to learn how to be a burden on other people.
Yeah, and this is coming from the expert, right?
When's the last time you did something for yourself? Don't show me your nails. I'm serious. Come out, have some fun.
I'll think about it.
Good.
It was a fantastic trip.
Yeah, but we stayed in these terrible cabins.
I know the signs on the road said cabins, RVs, and hookups, and next to hookups it said shady.
It did. It said shady hookups.
He always takes me to these classy places.
There was a guest at dinner that night, and it became clear during conversation that he was HIV positive. Everyone there seemed to have already been aware of it. It sort of just came up indirectly, very naturally though. But he was just so comfortable and open about it. I mean, he had been positive for years.
Mateo said the airline lost your luggage.
Yeah, I mean, but the only important things in there were my HIV meds, but I carry backups on me, so whatever. But the first day on the river, the raft turns over, so my backup medication just floats away.
I did swim after it, though. So.
Yeah, you were a hero. So now I'm down to my backup medication, which I carry in this little container, which I have in another plastic bag. And so one day we went to a swim in the river after lunch. And when we come back, there's this coyote, I'm not making this up. The coyote is digging his nose around in the plastic bag looking for food.
Yeah, but Javier totally kept his cool.
I totally freaked out. Luckily, he just ran off with an energy bar.
He just looked so healthy and relaxed and happy.
Freshly baked from...
You need to know where he's
Rabbi cooking right there.
Yeah, but that's part of doing the work.
You're from Brazil, right? Keisha, it was very good to meet you.
Me too. Me too. I'm positive. I'm positive too.
Have you told anyone? Are you on treatment? Well, you're in good company.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know why I'm talking to you.
I do. Look, we don't know each other, and I don't know your situation. But there was a time about 3 years ago where I wasn't fully appreciating how important it was to be on treatment. To stick with it. Ask him. But trust me, it makes all the difference. Treatment is the best thing you can do for yourself right now. Can I give you my phone number? I'd love to talk to you more if you want. And I could give you my healthcare provider's contact info then too. He's great, and at least that's a place to start. Right?
Right. Right.
It felt like such a huge release to finally tell someone I was positive. That moment really changed things for me. I went to the doctor with a written list of all my questions. That was Javier's suggestion. And the doctor really put my mind at ease.
I understand you have concerns about side effects. It used to be an issue with some of the older drugs, but HIV medication has really improved in the past few years. Let me know right away if you happen to feel any side effects, rather than stopping or skipping your meds, okay? We can make adjustments, find other meds that work for you. We have a lot more options. I know you're concerned about cost, but there's programs I can connect you with that'll help you pay for your medicine and may even make it free. I know you feel healthy now, Keisha, but I want to stress again, coming in regularly for care and keeping up with your meds is the best way to stay healthy longer. Not doing these things can deprive you of health benefits now and in the future.
But I've already been positive for a long time now.
It doesn't matter how long you've had the virus. The sooner you start HIV medication, the better. Now, what questions did you have about how and when to take your prescribed meds?
If I skip a dose by accident, since I'm pretty busy. The doctor encouraged me to work with a case manager and to try to seek support. I've been on treatment for a year now, and I feel great. I was not expecting that. I need to take care of myself for my daughter. I did finally end up telling Michelle that I was positive, and she's been amazing about it. She takes me to my appointments when my daughter's in school and to the pharmacy to pick up my meds. My case manager even helped me set up automatic refills. It really helps to have a friend in my corner, to not have to be doing this all alone. I think I'm getting close to being able to tell my family. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working on it.
You eat here often?
Why?
Maybe this is a good time to start your meds.
Bill's annoying, but maybe I'm the problem here. I can live my life the way I want, but I just need to keep him around. He's only trying to help. I gotta go back.
Ran after you. Saw you in trouble.
Thanks, man. I was coming back for you.
Really?
I never gave you a real chance. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Friends?
No. Best friends.
I'm sorry.
Everything was good here. It was. I'm not imagining it. You know, I don't know what issues you're working out or why you're suddenly behaving so differently. I think you actually just really like being alone.
That's not true.
Okay. And the thing that makes me so angry is that you acted like you wanted something serious. And I'm taking season 2 with me.
I'm HIV positive. I've been in care for more than a year, but hadn't told anyone. Not family, not friends, not my sex partners. I was worried about what people would think, that they would treat me differently. Especially the impact it would have on my job. I work at a financial firm, competitive, conservative place. No one there even knows I'm gay. Growing up, there was a lot of homophobia in my community. I never felt like I can be open with my friends about my sexuality, and HIV, man, forget it. When I finally got enough nerve to go get tested, I never even thought about telling anyone I tested positive. Shame and fear made me hide everything. My relationships had been stuck in a bad cycle. Because I was always careful about safe sex, I didn't tell sex partners I tested positive. But when I found myself really liking someone and wanting to see him again, it got harder and harder to admit that I hadn't told him my status at the beginning. And I would deal with it by breaking off the relationship, pushing the person away. My healthcare visits were the only time I had to deal with my HIV in front of another person. That made me uncomfortable. I didn't connect with my doctor, which I'm sure was more my fault than his. And it made me feel even more isolated than I already was. The appointments always felt rushed.
Any questions for me? Problems?
No.
You canceled your last appointment?
Yeah, you know, things just got nuts at work. I meant to reschedule.
Do you have someone who can help remind you about things like that?
Not really.
Have you thought about joining a support group?
Support group? I just don't have time for that. I did try to keep up with my HIV care visits, but it's true that sometimes the workday got hectic and I couldn't get away. I'd even forget to take my pills sometimes, and I didn't have time to eat and exercise like I was supposed to.
Michael, I need a portfolio review on this account in an hour.
I have a meeting.
Get the meeting notes from somebody later.
And the fact that I was trying to hide my treatment from all the people in my life, that got in the way too. I really took a look at myself after I broke up with Ty. Maybe I hadn't realized how much I cared about him, but I was surprised at how much it hurt. And watching myself fall into the same pattern again suddenly felt unacceptable. I decided that I couldn't keep doing this to people that I cared about. I needed to take control of my treatment and the way I handled my HIV. I finally went to a support group. I was surprised that there were so many different types of people there.
But that was a year ago, so now I'm in school and I'm studying to become a chef, and I'm doing really well.
I've never been to one of these before. It's not really my thing. broke up with someone recently, someone I cared about. Pushed them away. It was a mistake. It all started in September. And I changed medical care providers. I get along with my new doctor much better. Sometimes you just click with people. So should I get tested for Hep C again?
Yeah, it's a good idea to get tested for Hep C and STDs routinely, because those things can make your HIV worse.
I wanted to talk to you about what else I can do to protect my partners. Don't say abstain from sex.
Well, for a start, you should tell your partners that you have HIV before you have sex with them. And I'd like to change your medication if you're willing to try something new. Because I don't think your other meds have been working well enough.
That might not be the med's fault. I missed a few doses. Maybe more than a few.
Just remember that if you take your medication every day and keep your viral load undetectable, that not only will you stay healthy, but there's a very low chance of passing HIV on to others.
We discussed other ways to reduce the chances of me giving HIV to my partners. I still use condoms for peace of mind and to protect myself from STDs. Now, if work gets busy and I need to cancel a doctor's appointment, I always reschedule immediately. And I started taking my pills after I shave instead of trying to remember them at work. I feel like I'm sticking closely to my treatment schedule for the first time. That I'm finally taking good care of myself. Hey, I need to talk to you. Please call me. It's important. I realize that I don't want to lose Ty, but I also know that if there's any chance at all for us to start over, it'll have to begin with the truth. Thank you for seeing me. So? I have to be honest. I think I have to say some things that I should have said when we first started going out.